Today we're going to talk about hand tool safety. One of the key issues associated with hand tool safety is choosing and using the right tool. Unfortunately, many people use tools improperly at home where they improvise with whatever they have on hand, and we've all done that. Also, many people view hand tools as simple to use, so there's little concern for safety, what possibly could go wrong. In reality, a person using hand tools, no matter what they are, should always follow certain safety precautions. Approximately 8% of industrial accidents result from the improper use of hand tools, according to studies. Injuries range from simple cuts, contusions, and abrasions to amputations, fractures, and punctures. So we want to talk about hand tool safety today. Below, or as we go on here, there are some examples of improper use of hand tools. And I think we can admit that we have done, if not all of these at one time or another, something close to that. For example, if you're pushing rather than pulling on a wrench to loosen a tight fastener, that's a fundamentally unsafe use of that particular hand tool. We all have done that. Bending metal with undersized pliers, that can damage not only the pliers, but also the metal. If you're holding an item that you're working on in one hand while attempting to remove a screw with a screwdriver in the other hand, all done that, I think. Cutting towards your body with a cutting tool, knife or a razor knife. Using dull cutting tools. I think we all probably have that one knife that hasn't seen a sharpening device for quite a long time. Filing materials that are not properly secured, or grinding materials that are not properly secured in a vise with no handle on the file, or without a handle actually on the grinder. We might just up the ante a little bit according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Grinders, even the small ones, should have handles on them. Using a tool that's not sized properly for the job, that is sockets that are slightly larger than the fastener. Sometimes when we convert from millimeters to standard, that happens, or vice versa. Not only do you need to utilize the tool properly, but it needs to be in good shape. So you want to take a moment before you use any hand tool to ensure that it is in fact in good shape. And things to look for include a hammer with a chipped head or with a loose or broken handle. And you and I both know that we've all taped up that handle that got a little ratty looking, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really, properly speaking, fix the problem. Also, a screwdriver that's got a worn or broken tip, or any cutting tool with a dull edge on it. Chisels that have mushroomed heads, that includes bullpens, things like that we're constantly beating on. When those heads get mushroomed over, those mushroom parts, those parts that are bent over, can snap off and fly around. Tools that have had their temper removed, if they've been heated up, it's one of the reasons why you don't want to weld washers on your sleever bar or on anything like that, because what you're doing then is you're taking the temper out of the tool. So hand tools can be just as dangerous as power tools, so make sure that you use them correctly. And this is just a reminder of the tools that we work with every day, the shape in which they need to be, and how we need to treat them.